Good one, good one. Whoa, someone float. A little bit. good. Oh my God. I'm not going to talk about that.
From the Shirk Center in Bloomington, Illinois, it's Titan men's volleyball as they start a 7-match homestand starting with Marian University. I'm Matt Sossler alongside Alex Bardenitis, assistant coach Mike Eastman. Coach, thanks so much for joining us. First off, after a 2-game road trip, how's it feel to be back home?
Feels good to be back home. Yeah, we're going to be home for a while here, and we'd love to be home rather than away. I mean, look at the Shirk Center. If you've been here, you know. A lot better than some of the other places that we've been at before.
A little bit of a tough loss against Aurora. How are you going to fix that momentum going into these home matches?
Yeah, there's high points and low points throughout any season. You're going to get punched in the face sometimes, and it's all about how you respond to that. And I think they're going to come out swinging tonight.
Group of 10 freshmen now 4-1 on the campaign, so you've had a healthy sample size watching them work. What are your takeaways on them so far?
They've been impressive. Those guys are super athletic. They've got plenty of room to grow, high ceilings for a lot of them. It's really exciting to see them just kind of grow and develop and get more confident as we go here.
A couple injuries. How are you adjusting to those with the lineup from a coaching perspective?
Yeah, so we got a couple on the roster right now, and we're lucky that we're at the point now where we have enough depth where people are just ready to jump in. Something we haven't had in the past, being a smaller program, but we're up to 20 guys now who are all capable.
Matt Sossler, Coach Mike Eastman, and Alex Bardenitis. Coach, you got Marian, who's picked in the middle of the pack of the NAC. You've seen teams like Aurora, who are well ahead of them, teams like Concordia, who are a bit closer to them in the NAC. How does playing multiple opponents from that conference help you out in this match?
Yeah, it gives you a kind of good gauge of who is at what kind of level, and when you're playing a top team like Aurora or Benedictine that's in that conference, they're going to look a little bit different than some of the ones in the middle, but they're all going to be competitive no matter what. So we're focused on us tonight and just executing.
Yeah, what's the strategy going into this game tonight? What's the momentum looking like?
Guns a-blazing. We're looking to hit hard, and nothing hits the floor. We're looking to get some energy and excitement in here and start this little 7-game home streak on the right foot.
Coach, before I let you go, your keys to the match.
Keys to the match is just like I said, don't let the ball hit the floor, obviously, but it's all about the attitude and the way you kind of approach the game. And if you approach any situation like you're the best player on the court, good things are going to happen.
Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, assistant coach Mike Eastman. Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Alex and I will continue to preview the Titans against the Sabres when we come back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And. Here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program. Double major and play a sport. Do an internship and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Berg
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight 13-12.
Back at the Shirk Center, Matt Sossler alongside Alex Bardenitis. The Titans and the Sabres of Marian about to get underway. Alex, Coach Eastman talked about it a hair, but how important is it to return home after such a devastating loss, a fast one up in Aurora? I know they're ranked in the top 20. The Titans are going to see a lot of teams that are ranked within that upper echelon of men's volleyball, but how do you reply if you're Illinois Wesleyan?
I think being at home has a super huge impact on the momentum and the energy for the Titans. A lot of times that community and the spectators, you get more when you're at home, but also just shaking off that last match, and it doesn't really have to have an impact on what they do now. They just got to shake it off, focus on their game, use what they've prepared and scouted for, and just play the match.
It was a tale of 2 matches during their road trip. They swept Rockford in quick fashion, come back down to Bloomington, head back up I-55 to Aurora, in which the Spartans took care of business. They're dealing with a couple of substitution injury issues for this match. Ethan Kuzella will get a game-time decision on him. They'll be without Jake Coogan for this match. How do they plan on replacing those 2 pivotal pieces if necessary?
I think just like Coach Mike Eastman said, they have a really good amount of depth to this team, and they have a lot of talent, which is super huge for Coach Brandon Mueller to be able to utilize that within the match. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity for players to show what they are capable of.
We'll take a quick timeout, talk about the Marian Sabres when we come back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Back at the Shirk Center, Matt Sossler alongside CCIW newcomer of the year, Alex Bardenitis. The Titans about to take on Marian University. The records for both teams, a combined 9-1 in the early going, so strong starts for both teams. It's the tale of 2 age groups. The Titans head towards the younger side. The Sabres, led by 8 seniors, 6 freshmen, 3 juniors, and a 4-player sophomore class. Let's now send it down to the court for pregame ceremonies.
Fans, good evening and welcome to the Shirk Center for tonight's men's volleyball match between the Sabres of Marian University and your Illinois Wesleyan Titans. At this time, we ask you to please rise and face the flag at center court as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. let's meet the starters for the visiting Sabres. A senior, number 3, Trent Hu Sun. A senior, number 4, Abel Bassett. A senior, number 7, Derek Wills. A freshman, number 9, Adrian Calderon. A senior, number 11, Isaac Dryfirst. A senior, number 17, Keanu Oronitsis Hayes. And a senior, number 23, Dante Pulfus. Titans, a sophomore, number 1, Patrick Dasbach. A senior, number 3, Ryan Myers. A freshman, number 9, Lane Sunley. A freshman, number 11, Gavin Rolwing. A sophomore, number 31, Bryce Williams. A sophomore, number 34, Brendan Ryder. And junior, number 4, Chase Milka. Titans are led by coach Brandon Mueller, assisted by Mike Eastman and Alec Mucha.
The starting lineups for tonight's match between the Titans of Illinois Wesleyan and the Sabres of Marian University. Matt Sossler alongside Alex Barnitis. The Titans a record of 4-1 coming off a split road trip up in Aurora and Rockford. Marian, as you heard the oohs and ahs during the Titans lineup intro, it's their first time away from Fond du Lac, and so we'll have to see how they handle playing in a different venue.
Yeah, for sure. I think, especially looking at the momentum with the Titans trying to come back from that loss against Aurora, I think it can be a really interesting match to see what they're going to do.
You just heard the starting lineups again. Jake Coogan is out, along with Ethan Kuzella. So starting in their spots, the freshman middle blocker Lane Sunley in place of the senior Coogan. And then we've seen him start in and out depending on other issues with the lineup. Patrick Dasbach, who's just been a plug in this Titans squad, getting yet another start.
Yes, the lineup changes, especially due to injuries and absences, can be a challenge sometimes with the energy and the culture on the court. But I think that, again, like what Mike Eastman said, the depth of this team is pretty big. So I think that they won't have a problem with that tonight.
They also talked about one of the good things about having a young group is the experience is going to be relatively the same throughout the majority of your roster, no matter what the case is. If you have health issues, you have absence issues, regardless. Checking in for Marian is Dante Pulfus, not originally in the starting lineup. We've seen this a couple times this year, Alex, sort of an 11th hour substitution. Marian opting to go with the libero. Blake Bagkey, the head coach for the Sabres. And away we go from Bloomington. Miscommunication from the Titans. Trent Gusun with the serve. Gusun, the Hawaii native, went to University Lab out of Kalihi. And another soft shot spoils the Titans.
A lot of times those soft shots starting the game can create that momentum. A lot of times the players are focused on digging a hard ball to start the game, but really switches up the momentum and it's quite effective.
Gusun, the NAC Offensive Player of the week of January the 22nd. Service error, that's his 18th of the campaign. Titans get it back.
Brendan Ryder back to serve for the Titans.
Ryder. Longest point of the match so far, Dasbach with the misfire.
A nice assist from Williams in the back row.
Dasbach, the Lombard, Illinois native. Myers.
Myers from the right side.
Dug up by Wills. And a miss on another soft shot, this time from the Carolina, Puerto Rico native, Adrian Calderon. So both teams coming out a little rocky. You see some hesitancy on the Marian side, some miscommunication on the Titans' behalf. And Myers with the lucky cord.
That tape saves that ball sometimes.
Myers' 4th ace of the season. Back to even at 3.
Again. It's a lot of skill to hit the same thing twice.
That's definitely not in the record book, but I'm sure if he hits the court and gets a 3rd straight ace, you got to add that. Titans with their first lead of the match. Almost again. Hit the top, but went the wrong way. So a pair of aces and a service error. You'll take that trip anytime. Aaron Velasco back for the Sabres. Another Hawaiian out of Honolulu. 1 ace, no errors this season. Williams denied.
That is an incredibly high block by Adrian Calderon.
Calderon had 11 blocks entering today. Freshman out of Puerto Rico. Marian has a very wide recruiting base. A lot of Hawaiians. As Rolling gets the kill down the left side. A couple of Puerto Ricans. Something that we're starting to see across college volleyball as time evolves. The freshman out of Tower Lake misses low.
Service error for the Sabres.
Jace Milka back in.
In for Rolling. See that substitution almost every time, front to back row. Giancarlo Boo out of San Juan. Another freshman, topspin serve.
Great pass by Myers.
And Williams touched on the wide attack, so point Illinois Wesleyan.
Vince DiCasola in. Patrick Dasbach checking out.
Gooson also in for Marian. DiCasola, one of their top assist leaders. The Aurora native. Blocked point Marian. Isaac Dreyfus playing for his hometown team, the Fond du Lac native, senior outside hitter, 6 aces this year. Pass and the kill from Sunley.
Sunley really saw that block and was able to put it where the defenders weren't.
There's been a lot of action inside the lines in this match.
A lot of smart IQ plays.
Not a ton of kills in the back half of the court. Set too much for Myers.
A little bit of miscommunication from Reuter and Milka.
Continue to go back and forth. Largest lead was 2 for Marian. This time right on par, and Myers gets it.
A lot of times when that block is set so far out to the pin, you really got to go for that sharp cross shot, and that's not a problem for Myers.
His first kill of the night. Wills too wide. Wills is the guy you have to look out for. The senior out of Mequon, Wisconsin, has more awards to his name that I can count on one hand, whether it be weekly or yearly within the NAC. Sunley had it hit off the wrong part of his hand, safe to say.
A little bit.
Even at 9, Goose Sun to serve his second trip behind the white line. Too short.
Patrick Dosbach back in for Vince DiCasola.
Taking a look at service errors so far in this match.
Great pass.
2 for Marian and 3 for Wesleyan, saved by Milka. But in between a diving Myers and a diving Williams.
It's a great shot by Adrian Calderon, just right on the outside of the blocker's hand. Unfortunately, Jason Milka could not pick that up in time.
Dasbach forces the Sabres out of system, and attacking error. It's been more miscues than executed plays in the infant stages of this match.
You're right, we've seen a lot of soft touches and tipping compared to actual kills. A little bit too much net there.
Point goes the Sabres' way, back even at 11. Seeing 5 combined attack errors and 5 combined service errors. And we've played 22 points. This is point 23. Just missing long, make that the 3rd service error for Marian. Now, Alex, that's usually the case in volleyball in general. Vince DiCasola mentioned it a week and change ago during the try. It's the team that makes the least amount of mistakes usually winds up on the winning end.
Exactly, especially just looking at numbers. When you make less errors, you're automatically going to be more on top of the other team.
Dasbach with the punish.
Way to see that hole in the middle of the block.
His first kill this evening. Puts the ball in the hands of Gavin Rolling.
You can talk about hitter versatility too. Dosbach mostly played on the outside to the start. Now he's on the right side.
Again, it's that Swiss Army knife mentality. Into the seats it goes. Bryce Williams was injured to start the season. Dasbach was his placeholder. Now with Coogan and Kuzella unavailable, you see Dasbach filling that void. Coach Mueller harped on that a lot. His flexibility within his lineup.
Overpass. Dug up by Sunley.
Williams, you bet.
Put it down. If there's one thing about Bryce Williams, he's not the type to go for that soft shot. He is aggressive and he's smart and he sees the block.
Sophomore out of Whitney Young. Titans seeking their largest lead of the set. DiCasola back for the second time. Marian trims it down to 1. In system, blocked out of bounds. Williams with the kill. Off the hands of Wills.
Marian's block is pretty big, so it's a smart idea for those hitters to use that block to their advantage. Aggressive serve.
And it pays off. Williams' fourth ace this year. Titans have their largest lead of the night. Trade an ace with an error.
Off the tape a little bit there.
Wills. Myers, soft touch.
What hustle.
Got to go over on that one. It does. Missed time jump from Sunley. And a point that Marian will hang on to if they wind up winning this set, something that may bite the Titans at the end of this.
That's why you got to go up with two hands. You take up more space, there's a lot less room for that ball to go over.
Redemption from Sunley.
Always makes you feel good as a hitter if you make a mistake and come back with a huge kill.
Starting to get into that stage where the duo of Whitchurch and Zima start to get loose. And indeed, we see Zima, the Glen Ellen, Illinois native. Him and Cal Whitchurch have been back end of set type of guys. Closers, if you will.
And they've certainly proved themselves in that aspect as well.
Wills.
Great up by Myers.
Ryder with the over.
Great hustle by Williams.
Zima, a good deep ball. Potentially third foiled attempt by Wesleyan.
Another soft shot. See if the Titans can get in system.
Myers. And a great job by the Titans.
Very smart shot by Gavin Rowling.
Took all six to earn that point, and a timeout called by the Sabres.
A lot of times when you have those out-of-system plays and you're getting free balls, your main concern is to try not to eat that free ball up.
And if you're the Titans, how do you build off of that point? You bring in Zima. You obviously want him to ignite a run, create some separation, at least get you north of 20. And getting a well-earned point like that to keep him behind the line.
For sure. Certainly in past games, Ben Zima has proved himself in his serving abilities, a quite aggressive serve, but also the defense aspect that you can see by Zima and the others. Vince DiCasola had a dig in that long rally too. Just keeping that ball alive, and especially hustle plays too by Bryce Williams, and on both sides as well. That defense, that what Mike Eastman mentioned before, keep the ball off the floor. You want to keep that ball in play and send it back over.
And it's not just the service aspect for Zima. Him and Jace Milka are the two liberos for Illinois Wesleyan. We've only seen one match where Coach Mueller has decided to dress them both in the opposite jersey. But in addition to service, it also adds that defensive aspect like you alluded to, Alex.
For sure. A lot of times coaches will want that extra defensive aspect, especially with such an offensive team like Marian.
More strong defense from Wesleyan. Titans finally in system, and Rowling puts it down.
And that's where those in-system plays can be incredibly effective for the offense for the Titans as well as for Marian.
And Zima, it's not just a unique serve, it's a unique service motion. Looks like a slingshot as he goes up for the ball. Too much. Zima checks out for Sunley.
Gusan back to serve.
He started out this match on serve. Ryder denied. Rolling. Whistle before it hit. Point Sabres.
Unfortunately, though, it was a double by Rolling. That was a very, very smart corner shot that definitely would have scored.
Seen a lot of those from the freshman middle.
He sees the court really well, especially the blockers up front, too.
It's exactly what you want out of a middle. Not someone who's dominant, but someone who's smart as well.
Great dig by Milka.
Keeps the Titans alive. Another good defensive effort, however, no avail for Illinois Wesleyan.
It's a very smart kill. Right in that deep zone 1 corner seam. You get the overlap from Bryce Williams and DeCasola.
Sabres back within 1. Rolling with separation.
Patrick Dasbach checking back in for Vince DeCasola.
We've seen that substitution a couple of times today. DeCasola with 6 assists in this first set. Dasbach misfires, and Alex, when going with those soft shots, trying to find the weak spot in the opposition, do you typically do that at this point in the match, knowing that both teams have been so stout defensively and turning them basically into overs?
I think if a hitter has been missing a particular amount, or if there's a certain spot that just hasn't been working or hasn't scored, it's a good idea to throw in that soft shot just to mix it up a little bit and get the defense stuck on their heels. But I think, too, this late in the game, now that it's tied 20-20, you might want to be a little bit more aggressive, but also focusing on being smart.
Jarfus made the Titans pay. Almost a second straight overpass for Illinois Wesleyan. A couple of miscues on the passing attack for the Titans. Timeout, Coach Mueller.
That goes all back to that first ball contact for the Titans. When they're on and they get a really good first pass, their setter, either DeCasola or Brendan Ryder, can for sure run that offensive system, and they've got all 3 hitter options that they can really utilize to their advantage. But when that first pass isn't the greatest, or it's an overpass, it certainly makes it harder on the setters to run that offense.
Titans led 20-18. Marian has scored the last 3. Illinois Wesleyan led by as many as 4 at 19-15, but we've been fairly even before that, and Marian has stepped on the gas since that juncture.
For sure. Looking at the hitting percentages, both in the 200s, with Marian at a 240 and Illinois Wesleyan at 269.
If Marian hangs on, this would be just the second opening set this year that the Titans have dropped, and second straight match that they dropped the opener.
Titans have kept ahead for most of the match, but I think their momentum, they started making mistakes, and that caused their momentum to decrease a little bit. You can tell from the energy on the court, and Marian's doing a very good job of pushing them back, especially utilizing those mistakes and those overpasses to their advantage.
Say the same thing for the Sabres. They've only dropped one opening set this year. It was their last match on the 25th against Adrian. Dasbach off the net. So Marian with a critical insurance point.
You've got to be careful when you're going for those sharp cross shots. You don't want to open your body to the court too much, otherwise it's not going to clear the net. Out of system ball by Ryder. Great up by Williams.
Myers, that's over. A point for the Sabres.
Dasbach tried on that assist, but unfortunately doubled. Now Trey Merrick in for Patrick Dasbach.
Trying to provide any sort of a spark with the Titans down 3. Sabres closing in on a first set win. These teams have only met once. It was in February of 2022. The Sabres won 3 sets to 1. Myers with the punish brings us back within 2.
Utilizing that block, not quite so pressed.
Off the tool, set point, Marian. Alex, if you're Coach Mueller, what do you do in this situation? You need 3.
I think the first step was trying to get a few of those subs in just to try to loosen up the momentum on that court, put some more fresh players in, but also I want to tell my players, I think Coach Mueller is telling his players, just be aggressive, be smart, focus on what's working.
Titans try to be aggressive. It does not pay off, and Marian takes the first set 25-21. We'll break down the opening stanza when we come back on IWSports.com.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Back at the Shirk Center in Bloomington, Matt Sossler alongside Alex Bardenitis. Marian taking the first set 25-21, a set that looked a little bit of sloppy on both ends of the floor, and the Sabres taking advantage of a lot of Titan miscues.
Definitely. I think the Titans started out pretty strong in that first set, but unfortunately started to make a couple of mistakes, got in their head a little bit. That first ball contact on the serve-receive part of things, we saw a lot of overpasses, a lot of miscommunication. I think now, going into this next set, the Titans just need to focus on controlling that first ball contact and executing a little bit more.
Take a look at the upcoming week on the Titan Broadcast Network. It's a relatively busy week in the last week of January. Tomorrow, Titan men's basketball program welcomes Carroll to the Shirk Center in the second half of league play. Alex and I will be back here on Thursday as the Titan men's volleyball program continues the run of the NAC squads against Concordia Chicago. And then on Saturday, women's basketball is back in action up in Elmhurst, taking on the Blue Jays, a 2 o'clock tip. I'll be on the call for that. Eric Stock and Joel Swanson have the men's game at 4:15, all while Illinois Wesleyan Titan men's volleyball takes on Illinois Tech in their their second tri-match of the year. I'm going to give a shout out to our great crew, Tyler Wilson, our producer and director, Meredith Mahoney, Katie Gonzalez, our entire athletic communications squad, and Alex heading into this second set. If you're the Titans, what do you do to even the score?
Marian did a great job utilizing the Titan block. I think also going back to that first contact, the Titans just need to clean up their serve receive a little bit, focus on minimizing service errors, and also pressing back on that block, pressing into the court, not letting Marian use their hands as much.
Both teams hitting in the 200s, Titans at 207, Sabres at 259. However, the main difference in this match is the difference in that first set. Illinois Wesleyan with 6 attacking errors, Marian with just 3 on service, the Sabres with 3, same with Illinois Wesleyan.
Again, going back to that error aspect, the team with less errors is, in most cases, going to win that set. So if the Titans can just minimize some of those errors, they can focus on starting ahead and winning this set.
Especially when you look at a difference in 3 errors and a difference of 4 points in the opening set.
Every point matters in these kinds of games.
In the second set, Titans begin on serve with Brendan Ryder. Wills.
A pancake by Jace Milka.
One of the rare times we've seen that. Second go, denied by Rolling.
Again, going back to that blocking aspect, if the Titans can press into the court and not let Marian use them so much, that'll certainly work to their advantage.
Ryder. Wills over, shifts it wide. Touched by the Titans, we're even at 1. Son back again. The Windward Community College transfer. Myers blocked up front by Wills.
Talk about blocking. Marian retaliating with their own block that is incredibly pressed.
Wills' first block of the day, 7th of the season. And it's the middle blocker show in this second set.
There's that deep court shot that you see by Gavin Rolling. A lot of times you don't really see that in men's volleyball with such high reach and contact points. That ball usually goes straight down. But those deep corner shots really work. It leaves the back third of the court open.
It also opens the middle for Illinois Wesleyan. And both teams using that back. Marian with a 3-2 lead. Myers.
Assist by Milka.
Kill from Dreyerfrust.
There's that laying little shot. Unfortunately, Myers a little bit too much in the middle of the court.
Rolling too much. Touch called.
Got to watch out for that set. Looked a little bit low, especially for Rolling's high reach and contact point.
All 6-2 of them. Free ball.
A little bit of a scrappy play there for the Titans.
A couple of white jerseys in the same area. Abel Bassett on the kill.
Titans really got to focus on setting that block in the right spot.
CJ Kendrick back to serve, the Palatine, Illinois native. Played in 61 sets over 19 matches a year ago. Killed by Myers.
We've really only seen Myers utilize that back row attack for the Titans, but it's been really effective.
Do you think we see that a little bit more as the set rolls along?
I think because it's working and the Titans are behind by 1 point currently, 4-5, I think that they are going to try to utilize that a little bit more.
DiCasola. Too much. Keanu Arrhenius Hayes. Ryder. Point Marian. Calderon with the kill.
You can see Marian try and utilize some of their back row too with Derek Wills.
He's the straw that stirs the drink on this Marian squad. Was a Student Athlete of the Year finalist at Marian last year, two-time academic all-district. All-NAC first team from a year ago. Williams.
Back to the back row with Wills.
DiCasola up for Sunley. Locked up front, but down.
Titan block really has to be pressed.
Seen that a couple times. Blocks just leak through the middle. Too much.
Really good court awareness there by Myers.
Giancarlo Bowe with the service error brings Illinois Wesleyan back to within one. And this seems like the opportunity for Illinois Wesleyan to eke ahead with Williams on service. Too much. Williams' second service error of the day. Ryder finds a soft spot.
We got Benzema coming back in for Lane Sunley.
Now, Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong, outside of the match against Olivet when he was a libero, this is the earliest we've seen him in a given set, with both teams under 10 points at home.
That does appear to be true.
Blocked and down.
Right there. Back there to the court.
Strong effort by Myers and rolling there.
Good block setup as well. Wills using that block for sharp cross.
Forces Zima out of the match. Sunley checks in for him. Milka also awaiting.
It's a fun little libero switch there.
Sunley heads back to the bench. Milka checks in. Punished again by rolling.
Ryder back to serve.
An overpass. Covered by Adrian Velasco.
Merrick. Just finding the corner on the outside.
Very smart shot by Wills. Turn that crossbody down the line. No defenders on the Titans there.
Gusun to serve. Another back and forth set. Marian took the opener 25-21. Largest lead of the set was the final score.
Down goes the ball by rolling again.
That's been his area.
incredibly smart hitter. He sees that block, he sees the defenders on the court, and knows where to put that ball.
Take a look at that angle out of the hand. That's the most impressive thing. Wills.
Trying to go for that shot again, but covered by Ryder.
Williams from the back.
Over dig.
Denied by Rolling.
There's that block.
And the Myers run of serve continues. He had 2 aces in the first set. It's the 3rd time he's hit that net cord and it's gone over today.
To the right side.
Merrick, deep corner.
Double from Trey Merrick.
It's the 2nd time we've seen a double call today.
My coach would always yell at me if I sent the ball over with 2 hands because of the double threat.
Something that they've weaned away from in volleyball this year, but still has a presence.
Great up by Jace Milka.
And the
Trey
kill
Merrick.
from Merrick. Freshman's first kill of the match. Entered the day with 12. Has seen more playing time as the season rolled along, Rolling with the service error.
Point for the Sabres.
Kendrick back again. Williams. Dug up.
Great dig by Kendrick.
Myers.
Out of the back row.
Splits the pair. Titans lead by 2. Abel Bassett checks in for Marian. Only played in a match 4 years ago. He did not play the last 3 seasons. Hitting .240 this campaign. Kill from Calderon.
That was almost over the block. A little bit of high hands there. Ryan Myers got caught a little bit too shallow in that court.
Giancarlo Bowe back to serve for Marian.
Bowe. Ryder uses the block well.
A lot of these kills and these momentum plays, we've seen Rolling get a tremendous amount of blocks. Ryder with that kill, Myers with a couple kills, one in the back row in the front. You can see the momentum for the Titans start to build.
Williams seeking redemption following a service error his last trip. Despite a valiant effort, just a little too late.
Titans really need to adjust to that soft shot, but Marian's doing a great job of mixing up their offense and when they're throwing that shot in.
Myers off the hands.
Utilizing that not pressed block. Benzema coming back in for the Titans.
With a 2-point lead. He's come close a few times to cracking the ace code. A little bit further of an approach for Zima. Perfect execution for Marian. Check that. Violation, Titan point.
Good high hand shot. Out of the back row by Williams.
They've used that a few times.
Kept alive.
Good defense by Ryder. Timeout. Marian with the Titans obtaining their largest lead of the set, matching their largest lead of the match at 4. How do the Titans continue this run out of the timeout?
Their momentum has picked up a lot, especially from these huge plays. We've got a couple blocks with Gavin Rowling. We've got some great offensive plays by Ryan Myers, Bryce Williams, and Brendan Ryder. And I think the first contact has been pretty clean too for the Titans, as well as these aggressive serves from Ben Zima, keeping the Sabres out of system.
Matt Sosler alongside Alex Bartonitis. Gavin Rowling leads the way for Illinois Wesleyan. 8 kills to go along with 3 blocks. Ryan Myers with 5 kills. Bryce Williams with 4. For Marian, Adrian Calderon leads the way with 7. Isaac Dryfurst has 6. And Derek Wills with 4.
You can certainly see in the hitting percentage difference between Marian and Illinois Wesleyan. We got Marian with a 222, Illinois Wesleyan with a 304.
Both teams were in the 200s at the start of this set.
You can definitely tell that the attacking has gotten better for the Titans based on that hitting percentage.
Titans trying to force a swing set in the third. Marian with a comeback could have the opportunity to pull off a sweep in set number 3. Zima still to serve with a 4-point advantage.
It's a great push.
And solid execution from Wills out of the timeout.
Trent Goosen with a great push from that back corner of the court to the outside.
We haven't seen Cal Whitchurch so far today on serve. Solo with the sneak. Titans double down, Rolling with the finish.
It's a great, smart play by Rolling.
Whitchurch and Zima have shared that back end roll. Ryder, way long.
It's at this point in the match, you want to be the first to 20. The serving errors shouldn't happen that much.
It's a similar scoreline to what we saw in the first set, with the Titans leading by 4, just under 20. Marian came back and wound up winning the first set 25-21.
Marian does a great job in high-pressure situations, pushing back on the Titans and getting those points that really do count.
Myers with the miss. Sabres back within 2.
Coach Mueller a little heated on that call.
We play on.
Soft shot with Trey Merrick.
Wills. Titans out of system. Rolling.
Gotta get back to the middle fast. Set that block.
Merrick with the kill. Sometimes when the whistle doesn't go your way, you're able to get the next point. It adds a little extra juice.
Definitely, it shows that mental toughness for the Titans. Great serve by Myers.
Kill from Calderon.
You can see that defense in the middle back for the Titans. A little deficient, especially with those deep corner shots. That's Marian is really utilizing, and it's really being effective for them.
You could attribute that to some of the absences up front and an altered rotation. Titans playing without a couple of key bodies in this match. Wills with the kill.
Jace Milka caught a little bit too inside the court.
Titans without Jake Coogan and Ethan Kuzella. Timeout Illinois Wesleyan after Marian has trimmed it down to 1.
Again, like I said before, they're doing a great job of pushing back, especially in these high pressure moments, especially when they want this set to go their way.
Similar tenor to the first set. Taking a look at some team stats in this second set. It's been a little bit cleaner than the first set. 5 attack errors for Marian, 2 for the Titans. Service errors, 3 for Illinois Wesleyan, 1 for the Sabres. Hitting percentage, Wesleyan hitting .364 in the second, Marian just .226.
If we look at leaders for hitting percentage, we've got Adrian Calderon with a .636 and Gavin Rowling with a .643, followed by Trey Merrick with a .500, and for the Sabres, Isaac Dryfurst with .364. Pretty high hitting percentages, and you can see that these teams are really battling it out. They're very offensive.
The Sabres have been solid out of timeouts. Trying to draw even. Williams. Dry first. Hit the...
That's a little bit of antenna.
Just a little bit. I've never seen it bounce to where it's at a near 90-degree angle relative to the net.
So much power with these hitters.
Or should I say 45-degree angle relative to the net. 90 degrees relative to where it would be. Critical point for the Titans. Sabres get it right back from Calderon.
Calderon and Wills have been an incredible advantage for the Sabres and have really been racking in those points.
Bassett.
High hands recovered by Myers.
Williams off the wrong part of the hand.
You can hear that with the contact on the ball.
Sounds like he either got his wrist to it, his fist to it, or just hit it square on the face of the ball underneath.
Sounded like a little bit of fingertips there. I know that feeling all too well.
Sure, he's feeling it as well down on the court.
Oh, a little bit too much of a tight push there by Ryder.
Calderon able to make him pay, and Marian with the advantage. Timeout Wesleyan. Their final timeout of the set. Trying to avoid a similar result to what happened in the first. For those of you who are joining us late, taking a look at how that first set went down, Illinois Wesleyan had a fairly comfortable lead. They led 19-15. Marian drew the match within 1. It was 19-18 Illinois Wesleyan. Titans led by 2, 20-18, and then Marian won all but 1 of the remaining points in that first set. Similar story here in the second set. Titans had a 19-16, check that, 19-15 advantage, and Marian has had the upper hand since then.
I think the name of the game right now is just who's going to make more errors, who's going to be the most aggressive, and who wants to win this set more. The Titans are only down by 1 point, but if they can clean up some of those errors and stop Marian from finding those open spots on the court, utilizing their hands on the block, I think they have a good chance of winning the set.
Marian with 1 timeout in their back pocket. Bassett. With an ace.
Trey Merrick bailing a little too early, leaving that sideline open.
When a team leads by 1, north of 20, those are those swing points. Tie match or a team lead by 2. Bassett again, back-to-back aces.
It's a very impressive serve.
Again, did not play the last couple of years and is making his name known here tonight. Had 0 aces entering today, a couple of service errors. Set point, Marian.
Great pass by Myers.
Sunley.
Recovered.
Williams. For the set. Marian takes a 2-0 lead. Calderon with the kill. And almost a carbon copy of the opening set in set number 2, including the final score. Marian wins 25-21, and they go for the sweep when we come back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Back in Bloomington, Illinois Wesleyan trying to avoid back-to-back sweeps. They got swept by Aurora last Thursday, and they trailed 2-0 to Marian, losing both frames, 25-21. Matt Sossler alongside Alex Bardenitis. Alex, Titans have been in this situation before, and they were unable to pull it out last week. How do they change that here today?
I think definitely just focusing on what works, what doesn't, utilizing the hitters that are per se hot, the ones that are scoring the most. I think they definitely need to pick up their momentum a little bit too. They get a lot of very consistent momentum plays, some big blocks by Rolling, huge kills by Myers and Williams, but then they end up making a bunch of mistakes and that momentum kind of dies with it.
So it's about doubling down on that momentum, making the play after the play in order to stay ahead.
For sure. Something my coach has always told me, you got to better the ball with every single contact. And I think the Titans really just need to take that to heart and utilize that, because they're getting some really great plays, but either not executing or not getting that first ball contact that they need.
Marian seeks their second sweep of the season. They took down Simpson on January the 18th, 3-0. Set scores in that match a little bit further than this one, 25-14, 25-16, and 25-20. Other than that, the rest of their wins have been in 4 or 5 sets, 3 4-setters, and a 5-setter. Illinois Wesleyan has yet to play a 5-set match, therefore they have not obtained a reverse sweep this season. A group that has 10 freshmen, so it's a new look Titans, and we're starting to see that to start off this third set, or at least we did for a second. Wilson Spalding was on the court. However, Jace Milka takes his spot. Luke Hartke comes in. And Alex, if you're Coach Mueller, obviously you got to try and change something to attempt to turn the tides, but you didn't get run out of the gym in the first 2 sets. It's a play here, a play there to try and get back in this match.
Right, I think what Coach Mueller is trying to do with Luke Hartke in the front is make that block a little bit bigger. We got kind of tooled a lot in that first 2 sets by Marian. Marian does a really good job of utilizing that block.
Trent Goo's son starts the 3rd set just like he did the first. And an early miscue from the Titans.
Points like that are not going to help the Titans' momentum.
Now, Alex, you like to see a little bit less of a rush at this juncture. Take the set, go for the spike.
Rolling with the assist.
Hartke. Violation.
Hartke called on a net violation.
And Alex, it seems that over the 3 matches that the Titans played at home and their match up at Rockford, they were the enforcers. They were being aggressive. Yes, with more aggressiveness comes mistakes, but it seems that that suits their play a little bit better as opposed to playing conservative and allowing the opponent opportunity.
For sure. I think a mentality, a little bit of free ball into the net there, but a mentality that a lot of players should have is that you should always go for that kill, always make an aggressive play, because even if you hit that ball to the stands, you're going to learn. You're going to figure that out instead of just being safe.
Emphasized in that last point, we're rolling sent it in the net, an ace for Goose Sun. And an early timeout from Coach Mueller. Marian with a 4-0 advantage.
I think at this point, Coach Mueller really just wants to figure out what's going on inside the guys' heads. Just wants to try to fix some of these errors. Again, that first ball contact, we've had a couple aces here by Marian, and some, I don't want to say easy balls that should have gone over, but a free ball into the net and an attempted dump by Brendan Ryder into the net.
It's 4-0. You still have plenty of time. You get the ball back on this next point, and then you're only down 3 on serve, something that's entirely possible. But if you're Coach Mueller, how deep do you dig into that deck of cards, onto your bench, to try and come up with some sort of combo that can not only stick with these guys like the group you had in the first and second set, but a group that can go on a run, compound those momentum plays like we were talking about.
I think calling an early timeout like this one is just one thing to just kind of get a break, try to get the players out of their heads, but also you don't want to switch the lineup too early. You want to give the guys a chance first to try to redeem themselves, and if then that doesn't work, then you start putting people in.
First of 7 straight home matches for the Titans. Hartke out of the timeout.
It's a great dig by Gooson.
Wills off the hands of Williams and into the seats. Be a great way to start out the homestand if the Titans can muster up not only a reverse sweep, but a reverse sweep that will require some work to even get to a 4th set.
Speaking of that work, a reverse sweep is especially hard mentally. You're down 2 sets already. It's really hard to have that mental toughness and that mental strength to come back and win the next 3.
Especially with a young group. Denied up front by Hartke and rolling.
That violation by Calderon.
Sometimes it just takes one. See if Ryder can launch him on a run. Willis.
Great cover by Ryder.
Second goal. Denied up front.
That ball, a lot of times on the assist, you got to be careful. You want to lead your hitter, but you also don't want the ball too tight because that leaves no room in between you and the block.
Titans back down to hitting 200. Rolling short swing. Titans out of system. Williams. Bassett
A little bit late on that block for the Titans. You can just tell from the way that the plays have been so scrappy that something's just not connecting.
Titans already burned one timeout in this set. Wills.
It's a great pass by Hartke.
Out of bounds. Bassett with the block.
I think Coach Mueller is getting a little frustrated with these soft touches. When Merrick went up for that one, you can see some visual frustration on Coach Mueller's face.
At this point, you throw the kitchen sink, whatever you can get.
Out of the back row.
Does just that.
Net violation and a touch out of bounds.
Off the chest of Polfus. We'll see how they rule it. If they call a violation, they give Williams a credit. Trying to go with one of their spark plugs early in Benzema. Using an aggressive server. So at this point, the lead can't grow any larger per se.
Out of the back row.
Denied. Up front.
Let's hope with some of these momentum plays, like that giant block by Bryce Williams, Titans can start to get some of their mojo back.
Talked about that a lot. That's the initial play. Now they got to get the stack.
Great pass by Wills.
Out of bounds, no touch. Dry first with the miss. Marian with both timeouts.
It's a good block. Milka with the assist.
Denied by Williams.
Williams again. A lot of times, especially with the aces that were on Bryce Williams and some of those defensive plays that went into the stands, he's really trying to step it up in the front row with the offense and the blocking.
One of the leaders on this team as a sophomore. Williams again.
There's that. Oh. A little bit of a frustrating call there.
Called that out of bounds.
I don't know if this is biased, but that looked in to me.
Well, first we got to see if it's wide or deep. It looked inside from the back end. Take a look at it one more time.
That looked in to me.
Yeah, it looks right about the free throw line of the basketball court in terms of depth. And even though the Titans get that point back, your drawback is Benzema was moving and grooving. Not only do you lose him on the serve, he'll stay in for now. Usually we see him check out immediately after, but you lose that opportunity.
Right, he's very aggressive in that serving, and since he's actually playing middle back with rolling in a libero position.
Oranitas Hayes with the kill. Titans back within 3.
Vince DiCasola, Trey Merrick checking out.
DiCasola, their top setter today.
We got that double defensive specialist with Benzema and Jace Milka both in.
Spalding.
That's
off the hands. Spalding, the freshman out of Arizona. With his first collegiate kill.
There's that deep corner shot again.
Gusan with the answer. Try first.
Recovered by DeCasola.
Hit awkwardly off of Milka.
Oh, and that's a really good kill.
So we're seeing that momentum pendulum seesaw back and forth.
That kind of aspect of volleyball is super interesting to me, how momentum, you can gain momentum just as quickly as you can lose it.
All it takes, a swing like that.
Exactly.
It's one of the great things about not only volleyball, but any sport that's not timed. You can't slow the game down. You can obviously take your time on a service routine. You can't melt clock. You can't do anything like that to stifle another team's roll.
Right.
Wills.
Dug by Zima.
Ryder. Just inside the line.
Again with that versatility. Ryder, normally an opposite player playing on the outside.
It's hard to say you could play positionless volleyball because there are certain designations, but safe to say that any of these Titan players can play any position on the court at a given time. Williams.
Just a little bit out of bounds. Oh.
Check that.
Never mind.
Why is she even here? You haven't taken her call once. Not once have you taken her call.
Williams' second ace of the match. Make it his third.
Even the tape slowed that one down.
On one hand, that makes it easier on the return. You're dealing with less velocity. On the other hand, it changes your approach to the ball.
Definitely changes the ball's trajectory, too. Catching you on your heels, you can't really get to that. Changing it up with a little bit of a softer serve.
Wills, just wide.
That's great court awareness by DeCasola.
Just out. So Marian stays ahead for the moment. The Titans trailed 8-1 earlier in this set and have brought it back to within a couple.
A little miscommunication there.
Seen that a few times today. Blocked up front by Harkey.
Again, going back to Coach Mueller, subbing in certain people. He definitely wanted that block up there from Harkey in the front row.
Cal Whitchurch checks in for Spalding. First time the Lamont native has seen action tonight. Into the net.
It's a little bit of a challenge going in completely cold, especially in this late in the set and in a high pressure situation.
Whitchurch out, Milka in.
We've got Gusan back to serve.
Trying to lengthen the gap. It was Gusan who had the run to start the set. Harkey blocked out of bounds.
Using that block, name of the game. Got Trey Merrick checking in for Vince DeCasola.
Seeing a more rapid pace in terms of subs from the Titans.
Definitely a coaching strategy to try to mix up that offense and keep Marian on their toes.
Especially with Gusan, a 5-0 run to start the set. Take the ball out of his hands. Williams.
That's a touch.
So I was about to say, off the hands.
If you can't find an open spot on the court, there's a block in front of you.
First tie of the set since we were even at 0.
Triple block on that ball.
Out of bounds, Marian back ahead.
You can see some new strategies that the Titans have come up with that triple block there on the right side, trying to stop Adrian Calderon.
Rolling. Touched.
Benzema checking back in for Luke Hartke.
Probably the highest of pressure situations that he's been in this year. It's one thing to close a set when you have the lead,
but another when you're down 2 sets. Over dig.
Williams.
Great play by Gusan.
And Rolling with the
Puts
kill.
it down. Rolling's one player that you'd want to give the ball to in that high pressure situation because he's definitely going to put that ball down.
Timeout called. We'll take it with him. A quick 30 on IWSports.com.
Why is Illinois Wesleyan the #1 school in Illinois for jobs? Maybe it's because we're the AND University. That's right, A-N-D. And. Here you can explore the arts and study in a pre-professional program. Double major and play a sport. Do an internship and study abroad. Your opportunities are endless. Set yourself apart with a degree from Illinois Wesleyan.
Head coach of Titan women's volleyball, Kim Nelson-Brown, in the house as the Titan men's volleyball program tries to bury out of a 2-0 hole leading in the third set, 17-16. Matt Sossler alongside CCIW newcomer of the year, Alex Bardenitis. Alex, you've been in a handful of huddles with Coach Nelson-Brown. In this exact situation, what would she say to try and get on the right foot towards a reverse sweep?
I definitely think she would be the one enforcing, we got to clean up the errors. We have to stick the block. Blocking was a huge thing for us when we were in season, and that first ball contact. We worked on serve receive a bunch, but those errors mostly, got to clean those up.
Just like you saw from Zima there, one of the best coaches, not only in Titan volleyball, but Titan athletics history. Up there with Dennis Martell, Maya Smith, Denny Bridges. Those are the top 4 in win percentage throughout their career. Waiting on whistle. Marian takes the advantage out of the timeout. Kendrick.
Nice float serve.
For Williams, right in the middle.
Marian blocked just a little bit late. You're able to find a hole by Bryce Williams.
And Alex, would you say the first step towards a reverse sweep, winning that third set, is always the toughest?
Oh, definitely. I think, especially when you're down to, coming back from that requires a lot. Mental toughness, perseverance, consistent energy all the way around.
Just inside the line from Calderon. Marian back ahead, because you'd say it's, once you get that third set, you got a little bit of momentum. We talk about those swings. You get a little bit, you get a big lead in set 4, you're able to get the fourth set, all of a sudden you're back to even, you've won the last 2.
That consistency on the energy and momentum level, it's just a roller coaster in volleyball.
Out of bounds, no touch. Sun with the air.
Got DeCasola going back in for Trey Merrick.
Prime time for their senior captain to lead them on a run. Right inside. Giancarlo Bow on the kill. Try first. Spalding off the top of the hand.
Little middle on middle action there. The Hartke back in for the Titans.
Zima checks out. Wills blocked up front by Rare.
See Spalding quickly adjust when he sees that set coming out to the pin.
Into the net. Keanu Orenitas Hayes returns the favor. It's the latest the Titans have held a lead in a given set today. First time they've eclipsed 21 points in a set.
We got Kale Whitchurch checking in.
Had a service error earlier on in this set. Just long.
Smart shot aiming for that deep corner, but unfortunately, a little bit long for Wills.
Marian tries to ice the server with the Titans leading by 2. With an attempt to force a fourth set. It's been tight. This hasn't been all Marian. 25-21, 25-21. And this third set, whichever way it goes, the losing side will have north of 20 points. So it's just about finding those little points, those little aspects of the game to try and force the ledger your way.
For sure. Every single point matters. Every single touch on the ball matters. Those little points matter just as much as the big ones and can contribute to the Titans' energy or any team's energy just as much as those big flashy plays.
Rolling leads the way for the Titans with 11 kills. Calderon with 12. Williams with 7, Wills with 8. Titans 2 points away from a fourth set. Marian looking for their second sweep of the season if they can claw back. Marian led 8-1 earlier in this third set. Dig by Whitchurch. DeCasola.
Good out of system ball by Whitchurch. Off the hands from Hartke. Recovered.
Still alive. Chance for rolling. Hartke with the soft spot.
You got 3 players on Marian's side looking at each other when that ball goes down.
Set point Titans. Leading by 3. Does Whitchurch go with a more aggressive serve?
The aim here is just to keep that ball in play.
Bassett off the block into the
Fortunately,
net.
that block was not as pressed as it should have been.
A common trait tonight. Spalding back in.
Trent Huson to serve.
Immediately checks out for Milka.
Wait for the Titans.
Gusan.
Great ball by Harkey.
Rolling. Out of bounds.
Just out of bounds. Oh, and
Call
that was a touch.
A touch called by the up official. And the third set goes to Illinois Wesleyan in comeback fashion, 25-22. We head to a fourth set as the Titans look to force a tiebreak on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care. From general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Start of the fourth set at the Shirk Center. The Titans are still alive, and you can become a sponsor of the Titan Broadcast Network through live stream in-house and video board promotions. Contact Tyler Wilson or Katie Gonzalez for more details as you can showcase your brand around Bloomington Normal and beyond across all Titan athletic teams. We have 2 top 5. Check that, 2 top 3 with the new rankings. Basketball programs, a women's volleyball team that made it to the Sweet 16, and a young men's volleyball team that looks to pull off their first reverse sweep of the campaign. Alex, they started to build some of that momentum in the third set. How do they continue that into the fourth?
I think a lot of things picked up for the Titans in that third set. That you could definitely see that they were being more aggressive. The block was in the right spot. I think some of those substitutions that Coach Mueller made early on for that set have definitely been working for them, especially with Luke Harkey in the front row. He's got a lot of digs, or a lot of kills, and been really utilizing that block in the front row.
It's also the size of Harkey, the pure intimidation factor when he enters the game, forces opponents to go elsewhere.
For sure. When you see a big block like that, there's a lot more ceiling space that you're trying to go for, especially seeing those big hands in front of you.
First 2 sets, Marian won 25-21. They led 8-1 in the third set. But the Titans turned on the Jets, came back and won 25-22.
They're definitely starting to find their rhythm. And I think if they can keep that consistent and increase from there, definitely on their way to reverse sweeping.
Again, the Titans without, at this point of the season, 2 of their best players at their respective spots. Ethan Kuzel, an all-court star, and Jake Coogan, both inactive today.
You can definitely notice their presence missing on the court, but I think the players so far have done a pretty good job of stepping up and trying to take on that job for themselves.
And we've realized that over the first couple of sets and even into the third set, we saw some critical miscommunications and some errors from Illinois Wesleyan that slowly have gone away as the match has rolled along. Spalding starts us off.
Little miss set. the Sabres.
A point for Illinois Wesleyan. Whistle was blown before the kick. The Titans strike first.
Out the back row.
Off the hands, even at 1.
Got Adrian Calderon in the back row, running that C ball. That block for the Titans just wasn't pressed.
In every even set, the Titans have struck first. In every odd set, the Sabres scored first. Williams saves. Hartke off the hands. Point Marian. Calderon with the block. His second of the match.
Got pretty big walls on both sides of that court. Free ball for the Sabres. Let's see if they can use it.
Can't take advantage of it there.
Smart
and a beautiful
shot.
ball.
It's great net awareness and court awareness by setter Brendan Ryder.
Great control as well. Not an easy shot. High risk, high reward ball. Ryder just a tail long. Merrick, touch.
There's that block utilization we can see again, going for a nice high hand kill.
Benzema checks in. It makes you wonder, the earlier and earlier and earlier Zima comes into sets, how long until he's running out of the tunnel in the starting lineup? Tough because of his defensive status.
Speaking of defensive, we got Milka and Zima in the back row.
Williams with the kill. Like I was going off of, it's hard to put both of them in at the same time from the jump. You want to save at least one of them for the later stages in a match, but sometimes you just got to put out your best 6. Three rows deep. Ace for Zima.
Almost running into those ball handlers down there. A couple of my teammates.
They can handle it.
Yes, they can.
Zima with the air. Sit in the front row at a volleyball match, you know what to expect.
For sure. And they've definitely been hit with worse. Great cover.
Still kept alive. Titans run out of hits. Good job by Dreyfus keeping the point alive. Williams off the hands.
Oh, Merrick almost jumping into the net there.
Kill from Calderon.
Unfortunately, you can't be late on that block. Bryce Williams is a little bit late. Calderon utilized that.
Rolling, missed time on the jump. Williams.
Out of
touch.
bounds. Oh. Down ref is calling a touch. There we go.
That's from the complete opposite side. Thought I heard a little bit of a touch from up here.
mean, the ball definitely went pretty far to the left. Could have definitely changed direction off of that touch.
Try first,
There's that
rejected.
Great block set up by Trey Merrick on the pin.
Good diagonal jump too. Spalding up front. Over.
Nice high ball.
And in.
Williams utilizing that.
10 kills for the Chicago native.
Out of the back row.
And Wills gets it back. Similar narrative to what we saw over the first two sets. Back and forth to start. In those sets, it was Marian coming back after the Titans held a 4-point lead late. Second set was a large Marian lead from the start, and all Titans after that. The tool from Merrick.
Using that block. Certainly the name of the game now for the Titans, and it's working very well for them.
DeCasola checks in for Merrick.
Denied.
This time it's Ryder.
We can definitely see the block has been improving a lot since the first couple sets, being more accurately set up on those pins and being closed in the middle.
Bassett off the hand of DeCasola, he knew it.
A lot of times that instinct on defense is just throw a hand out.
Sometimes not realizing who's behind you.
That's where that court awareness comes in to play. It's a smart shot, corner.
Good effort from Zima. Just a hair short.
Those soft touches are really working for Marian. They know where to put them, especially in the middle of the court where our defense is really not. Serving error for Dry first.
And if you're the Titans, let's take advantage of those.
Definitely want to utilize the error here.
And when you find yourself down, the first step you'd say is just to stay in the match. Stay on pace.
Consistency is definitely another name of the game here.
Another block.
Dug by DeCasola.
Hard key. Allows the Titans to reset. Milka and Williams got crossed up. Wills with the kill. He's got 11.
Kendrick in.
Sabres have two players in double-digit kills, Wills and Calderon. Titans with 2, and Williams and Rolling. Spalding. Wills.
Tight off the tape. Harkey with the soft shot, and it's out of bounds. A lot of close calls on the lines this game.
Sabres thought they had it. Spalding out, Whitchurch in. It could come down to those in this match. Largest set gap is 4 points in the first and second sets. Whitchurch just deep.
Off the tape, changes trajectory.
Harkey had some trouble. Busan's second ace of the match.
Those balls are always the most frustrating as a passer, or when it hits the tape and just trickles over.
Great job by Ryder. A little excuse me of a hit.
Little octopus tentacles grabbing that ball.
Almost like a tennis swing. Little swinging volley from right over the tape.
I mean, hey, we'll take it. It worked.
The net's touching the ground. That's something they tell you not to do in tennis. 1,000% no exceptions. In volleyball, you make it work.
Great dig by Williams. Off the hands by Merrick.
Titans with a 2-point lead.
Great serve by Ryder. And blocked.
Second go, Calderon just inside.
It's a smart swing by Calderon. That deep corner pretty much open. You can see Bryce pulling out to the left, trying to read that seam. Great pass by Milka.
Merrick. Hit off the net, off a hand, not much Williams could do. Rolling, too much to handle. His 13th kill of the match. Both teams with 2 timeouts.
You got Benzema back in to serve.
It's had so many key moments. A little bit of a knuckleball.
That soft shot covered by Merrick. Smart play by Rolling.
Another rejection.
It takes a lot of IQ to go up and swing at that ball in the second contact.
Carter Sjogren, the sophomore from Zion, Illinois, trying to shift the momentum a little bit to the Sabres.
A little audibly frustrated there.
Rolling sits it down. Timeout, Sabres. Titans with a 3-point lead, Alex. They've been here before. Same thing as set 1 and set 2. How do they avoid a Marian comeback and a 4-set win for the visitors?
I think that their first ball contact has gotten a lot better from the past couple sets. I think that's definitely, you can definitely see the improvement that's shown on that aspect, but also the blocking has improved so much. It's been very well and accurately set up on the pins and in the middle. Both the middles are closing very well to the pin. Doesn't leave a lot of room for holes in the defense, but also Trey Merrick utilizing those high hand shots. All the hitters in the front row, high hand shots are working, and I think keeping those things consistent after this timeout to finish the set, are definitely the keys.
It's been nearly even in terms of the team stats. 48 kills for the Titans, 44 for Marian. Errors 22 for the Sabres, 17 for the Titans. Marian hitting 188, their lowest, or one of their lowest points of the night. Illinois Wesleyan at 252, and they say that some stats might not be able to tell the story of a game. In volleyball, hitting percentage almost always does.
For sure, you can definitely tell, especially to some of the players, when you have more negatives than you do positives.
Zima?
A little bit of a scramble play there. Smart shot.
Dreyfus. Titans settle back. Merrick, an advanced
down.
hit.
I think right on the outside of that block and a little bit of that Langle on the right side.
And Alex, as an outside, what's the most ideal spot to make contact with that ball in terms of a clock, if a clock was in front of you?
Depends on where you want to hit it. A lot of times you'll go thumb up or thumb down depending on where you want to turn that ball. But I think just hitting it right over the top of that ball to get that top spin and get it to go down.
So like you'd say between 12 and 2, blocked up front by Arrhenius Hayes. Looked like Merrick on that shot a couple of points ago hit it at 3. Almost completely parallel to the ground. Rolling. Way long.
No touch.
Point for Marian.
Dug up again.
Williams, right down the
down.
middle.
With a kill. Wilson Spalding back in for the Titans.
Spalding in, Milka out. So Zima expected to play a little bit more of a libero type role.
It looks almost as though we've got Zima playing middle back again. Rolling going to the left back middle, libero position. Picked up by
He can do
Rolling.
that. Williams just missed out. No touch called.
Coach Mueller really wanting to, no theatrics, as my coach, Kim Nelson-Brown, likes to say. Got to move on to that next ball. Can't really argue with the ref. Those are one of the incontrollables of volleyball.
So at this point, there's nothing else you can do.
Exactly.
Titans get it back.
At that point, you'd say the ball doesn't lie.
Service error from Bo. No review in Division III volleyball. You could ask for a conference, but that'd have to come from the coaches, and they usually pick and choose the right times to do that. Touched and out of bounds.
A little retaliation for high hands from Marian.
2 timeouts for Coach Mueller and the Titans.
Titans are first to 20, though, with that score being 20-18.
Velasco.
Oh, a little bit of a miss set by DiCasola.
If you're Coach Mueller in a tie match, would you call a timeout? At 2020.
At 2020, probably, especially since this is the 4th set. It's a great up by
Milka.
Dante Polfus.
This time DiCasola right on point. Wills with the block. So we're tied at 20. Eyes on Coach Mueller. See what he does.
Yep, there it is.
A timeout called by the Titans.
I mean, they've been in this position before, first couple sets. I think he wants to nip it in the butt right now.
Because it's one thing to play from even with the opposition on serve. It's another thing to play from behind with the opponent serving.
And they've been doing pretty well most of this set. I think just a couple mistakes have caused the lead to lessen, and now with a tie.
Matt Osler alongside Alex Bartonitis. The Titans trying to pull off a reverse sweep. Dropped the first 2 sets 25-21. Won the 3rd set 25-22 in comeback fashion deadlocked at 20 in the fourth set. Be the first 5-set match for Illinois Wesleyan should they pull away with this fourth set. If Marian is able to hang on, they will keep their undefeated mark. Currently sits at 5-0. They have won 3 of their 5 matches in 4 sets.
It just shows the endurance that Marian has, and you can certainly see too, especially against the Titans. Their offense dwindled a little bit, but is coming back, especially with the more mistakes that the Titans make.
Velasco. Williams.
Off the hands, but recovered by Polfus.
Williams again.
Soft touch.
Ticasola.
Great up by Ticasola. Oh.
Just missing.
Oh no.
And
Hit his elbow on the floor a little too hard.
Clutching that right elbow.
You dive for those one hand out, your elbow hits the floor. That's why a lot of the girls, at least on the women's team, on my team, wear elbow pads and sleeves.
Stays in the match for now. Spalding off the hands and into the soft zone. Sometimes you hear your elbow like that, it's a stinger. Have a nerve radiation up into your wrist, but the one thing that cures that is making contact with the volleyball. You get your feeling right back.
Oh yeah, especially that game adrenaline too, with the high pressure 21-21 situation.
Williams with a big ace.
You really need those plays when your score looks like that.
Coach Mueller preached a lot about it over the first 2 matches, is what guys can finish, what guys can I put in this exact situation in order to execute and either close out a match or finish off a comeback.
Spalding. Great setup by Ryder.
Ryder on the action as well. And now a timeout called by the Sabres. Marian has 0 timeouts remaining. Titans have 1. Illinois Wesleyan 2 points away from forcing a 5th set.
I think definitely the move here, Coach Mueller's probably telling his team to keep the momentum going.
Is it mostly just trying to relax, speed the time out? To this point, for your Coach Mueller, there's some stuff you could say, but honestly, you're just hoping for that clock to just tick and tick.
Exactly. I mean, it gives the guys a breather, but also sometimes those timeouts will ice the server, which I think is kind of what Marian's trying to do here a little bit. But 23-21, if the Titans keep doing what's working, they can pull it off.
Bryce Williams still on serve for Illinois Wesleyan. Titans looking to start what will be a 7-match stay at the Shirk, with at least a 5-setter, at most a reverse sweep. 2 points away from checking that first box and having this match go the distance.
Great serve out of the timeout. Blocked, recovered.
Kept alive for the moment. Nothing that Ticasola could do.
A little bit of a slide there.
Swimmer doing front crawl, just hands straight out. Swing point with the Titans leading by 1.
Got Kendrick to serve.
Tied at 23.
Very smart shot there. You really want to make your setter play, or the other team's setter play defense,
A timeout called by the Titans. Coach Mueller's last of the set, something that you got to do. Again, calling the timeout tied and not calling it, assuming the worst case scenario behind and facing a match point.
Definitely want to give a little mental break here with this timeout. Talk about maybe some of those defensive plays that weren't working, what to adjust, and final 2-point game strategy.
And also a little bit of give back, a little bit of a reverse. We saw Marian call a timeout and Williams on a run. Marian won the next 2 points. Coach Mueller trying to flip the tides.
Definitely.
See who Coach Mueller decides to roll with for the 2 biggest points of the match. Ryder, DeCasola, Spalding, Williams, Luke Hartke, and Jace Milka. CJ Kendrick to serve for Marian.
Cover by DeCasola.
Hartke. Wills blocked out of bounds. Match point Marian.
It's not just enough to make sure that that block is pressed, but you have to press turning your hands into the court so that ball does not go out to the table.
For the win.
Kendrick with the dig.
Williams.
Soft shot, ricocheted, and the ball.
We play on.
24-24.
Bonus volleyball in the 4th set. Marian has been in this situation once this year. Dropped a set 26-24 their last time out, the first set against Adrian. Titans have also been in this situation. It was a drop set to Concordia in their opening match, Concordia, Wisconsin.
One-handed set there. Dug by Spalding.
And put down.
That's great offensive net play there by Ryder. Very smart shot. No block. Open net.
And for now, it's Wilson Spalding to try and put the finishing touches on this 4th set and force a 5th. The freshman out of Arizona. Off the hands of Spalding, back to even at 25.
That's a great strategy. When you know the middle is in that libero left back spot, that's who you're going to want to target because they're not that defensive specialist.
No timeouts. Gusan. Out of bounds.
Great court awareness by Hartke.
Sophomore Brendan Ryder. With rolling back in so they get some size up the middle.
Out of the back row by Williams. That's
We're going to a 5th. Titans take set number 4, 27-25. A quick 30-second timeout before the tiebreaker on IWSports.com.
What is proven science? At Just Thrive, it's about best-in-class clinical research. It's about supplements that empower users to control their health. These are the elements that make up the foundation of Just Thrive. Our proven, clinically backed, proprietary probiotic removes the guesswork from supplement selection because we've done the work for you to ensure that you're getting the best product possible, empowering you to take back control of your health. from a leader in the digestive, immune, and emotional health spaces.
Start of the 5th set in Bloomington. Matt Sossler alongside Alex Bardenitis. The Titans going for the reverse sweep. Marian looking to avoid a critical blunder. For those of you who are unfamiliar with volleyball and how 5th sets work, we go to 15. Teams switch sides when the first team reaches 8 points. Other than that, it's business as usual, just a lot quicker.
Definitely. I think with these 5th sets, just because you're only playing to 15, you got to come out of the gate a lot faster and a lot more consistent so that you don't get caught behind at 20-20 because the game will already be over at that point.
The first 2 sets was back and forth throughout the first, let's say 12 or 13 points.
Yeah.
If the Titans have the same start that they had in the 3rd set, this could be over fast. Marian led 8-1 in the 3rd set. The Titans utilized 25 and were able to come back in the 3rd set to force a 4th. And then, as you see on your screen, you win that 4th set 27-25. If you're Marian right now, how do you stop this train that's just barreling through you?
I think Marian definitely recognizes the fact that the Titans have a lot of momentum now going into this next set, especially with that tight of a score and pretty much point for point up until the end. I think Marian right now needs to focus on improving that hitting percentage, using that Titan block. They're hitting a 199, whereas the Titans are hitting a 232. Just cleaning up some of those errors. They've got a really good offense going with Wills throwing in some of those short shots. It's definitely, and soft touches, those have definitely been working for them and getting the Titans defense scrambling. So I think continuing to throw in some of those shots, keep the Titans on their toes, definitely the key to the match.
Last season with a much different team, the Titans were in 3 5-set matches. They went 2-1, including a reverse sweep nearly a year ago to the date, January the 21st of last year at Lakeland. So it'll be their first reverse sweep since that point. As for Marian, this year they've been in 1 5-setter. It was a win against Stevens Point at home. That was a match that had a similar feel to this, where Marian won the first 2 sets in tight fashion, 25-18, 25-19, lost the 3rd and the 4th, 22-25, and then won the 5th set, 15-9.
If the Titans can continue with the momentum that they just got from that last set, hopefully 15-9 doesn't seem too out of the question here for them.
Both coaches get a refill of timeouts.
Looks like the lineup stayed pretty much the same for the Titans.
Milka will check in a second for Spalding. Ryder, and we're underway in the 5th set. Out of bounds, Titans strike first. I thought they had it on the shot prior, but it doesn't matter.
It's hard to tell with the net bouncing around like that, whether it went off of hands or just the tape.
Also, there's contact with the net. Dreyfus blocked just out.
Again, you got to press those hands, turn them into the court. Can't just go straight up, especially on the pins.
Trent Guson, 2 aces to 3 service errors today. Rolling.
And a net violation for Marian.
The big call on a missed swing from the freshman. Zima into serve. Again, the fifth set, 15 points. So things move a little bit faster.
Dig by Ryder.
Double defensive lineup for the Titans.
Soft touch on the back row. Ryder again with the dig.
Merrick with an opportunity. Not a clean hit. Off the hands, point Marian. Try first checks out. Velasco re-enters. Longest match in terms of not only sets, but time played for the Titans.
A little bit of tight ball there.
Off
And
the antenna. Fatigue has not been a big issue for Illinois Wesleyan. Coach Mueller running a fairly deep rotation.
I think the amount of subs, too, that have gone in and out, giving the players time to rest. Great serve by Rolling. Nice dig. There's that Marian wall.
Or Anitas Hayes. It's those swing points, especially in the fifth, that mean a ton. Spalding goes the middle again. Williams off the foot.
Nice shot. Way to see that spot open.
His 14th kill of the match. That's career high.
With these kind of sets, look at that open net there on that replay. With these kind of sets, it comes down to who wants it more, who's going to be more aggressive.
And another pivotal point for the Titans.
Denied.
Spalding, the freshman. Pivotal points when a team leads by one, a chance to grow it to two, or an opportunity for the opponent to even the score. Off the hands and way out, not much the Titans could do there.
Really smart shot by Adrian Calderon.
Calderon with the kill. Giancarlo Bowe re-enters, taking the spot of Calderon.
A little bit of stacking over there in the serve receive for the Titans. Great pass by Zima.
Kill from Williams.
Again, using that block. We got Luke Hartke coming back in for Zima.
Tale that has been told over the last 2 sets and change has definitely been the size difference for Illinois Wesleyan up front.
I think definitely a good choice made by Coach Brandon Mueller.
To put Wesleyan up 3 just wide to the left.
Probably would have hit the setter release into the net if the setter had been a little bit late. Just on that corner.
Team switch sides at 8. So in terms of momentum, that is a natural stoppage to keep in mind.
Look at that assist. Tight ball goes over. And denied. That block was pressed.
It's the 25th total block for Illinois Wesleyan today, compared to just 15.
We got Ethan Quaitzer checking into serve.
Talk about Coach Mueller throwing guys into the fire. Not only is he throwing guys in the fire, he's turning the gasoline on.
Extra hot.
Putting some kerosene on it.
Spalding back in. Well, then Milka back in. Always making it hard on the libero trackers when you do that.
Titans try to switch sides. Marian looks to even the score. Ryder, touch.
A little bit of a lucky dig there.
No luck that
Rolling puts it down.
8-6 Titans lead right where they want to be at the midpoint of the 5th and final set. Alex, your thoughts?
We've definitely seen a lot of improvement, and like I said before, 5th set comes down to who wants it more, and the Titans are definitely showing that aggressiveness and that grit that they want that ball, they want to put it down, they want to win.
Titans on serve when we resume. It's not a full timeout, it's not charged to any team, it's just a quick walk over, get settled in the opposite bench area, we play on.
Looks like a couple of subs are lined up for when the game resumes.
Trey Merrick waiting his turn. Looks like he'll come in for DiCasola.
And then we've got Bassett for Kendrick on the Marian side.
Libero track as well. So Pulfis re-enters.
Nice push back, denied.
It's a block party at the Shirk.
Once the Titans fix that block, you can definitely see how many more points if they're able to stay in front.
The Bloomington wall.
Great wall of Bloomington.
Rolling, Hartke, Merrick, and the rest of the front row.
Great hustle plays there.
Out of bounds. Trent Guson to pull the Sabres within one.
Rolling. Man, that guy wants the ball, and he's going to put it down.
Just like we expect. Benzema coming in with the Titans at the equivalent of 20. There's some room to breathe, up 3. Try first.
Off the block, out of bounds.
Fifth set. Most important thing you'd say is response.
Oh yeah, for sure. That response, Titans now need to retaliate, although they have a little bit of a lead. But as we've seen from previous sets, Marian has done a really good job of pushing back and coming back from that.
Velasco.
Good float. Kept alive.
Forced over, just out. Back to another swing point. Marian with an opportunity to tie. Titans once again looking for insurance.
Deep corners kill for Trey Merrick.
Puts the Titans up 2. Breaks up a 3-point run for the Sabres. Out of bounds, no touch.
Tried to retaliate with a corner shot of their own.
Wills with the misfire. And trailing by 3, Marian takes a timeout, their first.
I think the momentum here has definitely shifted. You can tell that Marian's getting in their heads a little bit, making a few more mistakes than normal, but the Titans are doing a really good job of pushing back. You can tell that they want to win. You can tell that they want to put the ball down.
When you're so close to a tight win, what's the tenor of the huddle?
A lot of times, what players will do in this kind of tight situation is just try a little too hard to put the ball down. So just keeping it consistent. Consistency is a really huge thing in volleyball. Keep doing what you're doing that's working. Don't change it up. Be smart, be aggressive.
The last thing you want is to try too hard, make a couple of errors, and the next thing you know, it's a 12-11 game.
Exactly. You don't want the other team to come back. You want to keep that lead. By doing that, you got to keep things consistent.
Titans 3 points away from a reverse sweep. Service error.
Point for the Sabres. Abel Bassett back in with Marian.
Trey
Titans get it back.
Merrick with the kill.
Second kill and 3 points for Merrick. DeCasola back in for Merrick.
It's a little bit tougher for righty hitters to track that ball to their right arm on that side of the court, but not a problem for Trey Merrick.
Titans 2 points away from victory. Sweat stoppage.
Trust me when I say this floor can get slick.
Seen a lot of players diving all over the place. The Shirk Center, one of the best facilities in college athletics. Sees a lot of activity
Yes, it does.
on its hardwood floors.
Off the hands, both for Williams and Milka.
Sabres back within 2. Coach Mueller with 2 timeouts in his back pocket.
And he's using one of them.
And it's an interesting decision, Alex. You think you save one in the event of a tie, but then also want to keep one in case he faces a match point. Now he's got to pick and choose.
I think in this situation, he just kind of wants to stop the momentum from Marian. I mean, they had a pretty good momentum play back there with that kill. I think he just wants to cut it off, keep the Titans in the lead before they have the Sabres have a chance to come back.
Ice the server, another aspect of that. You don't want to ice your own guy in the event that it would be impossible if Marian strikes twice, tie match. But anyways, you want to do it while they have control.
Also, too, to give the guys a break, I mean, if this is a 5th set, taking a lot of swings, jumping a lot, using those legs, you got to give your guys a breather.
Longest match for the Titans this season. And they haven't had a ton of marathons over the course of this campaign. Dominant 3-1 against Concordia, Wisconsin. A 3-0 domination over Olivet. 3-1, not a ton win against Lakeland. 3-0 sweep over Rockford, and then got ran out of the building against Aurora. Williams just missed.
Just out of bounds. Smart shot, though. No defenders there.
Bo.
Out of bounds.
Match point. Luke Hartke checks in. 1 timeout apiece.
Bryce Williams back to serve.
4 aces, 5 service errors for the sophomore out of Chicago. For the win.
Push to Willis on the outside.
Second go.
Oh.
Marian stays alive. Each team has saved a match point today. The Titans in the 4th set, Marian just then. It's their all-conference player wills to keep this match alive. And there's the final timeout from Coach Mueller. I guess it's now or never in that point.
At this point, I think it's definitely ice the server, keep him from even getting the ball over. Take that easy match point, but also in the event that the ball does go over, you're going to want to keep staying aggressive, get that last point. Again, who wants it more?
Last Titan match at home, they won on a service error against Lakeland. Usalaki sailed it long. And coincidentally, it was after a timeout by Coach Mueller. A little bit less of a pressure situation there, given it was the 4th set, and Wesleyan had some room to breathe in that 4th frame. For both sides, back against the wall, chest against the wall, sides against the wall. Not a good match for someone who's claustrophobic. No room to move. The closest a match can ever get in the game of volleyball, defending a match point in the 5th set, up by 1.
Certainly a tough situation to be in.
The all-NAC honoree serves.
Great pass by Hartke.
Ryder. We play on again. 2 match points defended. Dreyfus gives us bonus volleyball for the 2nd straight set. No timeouts for the Titans, 1 for the Sabres.
The ball kind of got absorbed by the hands. Williams got caught on his heels. Taking a little bit off of that topspin. Keep it in play.
Spalding gives the Titans another match point. This time the ball's in their hands.
During our season, our coach had serving rules. Can't miss on match point, or there'll be consequences.
Spalding for the 2nd straight set. A chance to seal the deal. 2 players in the same area. Misses long from Dreyfus. No touch. And the Titans complete the reverse sweep over the Sabres.
That just proves right there. Titans can do anything they set their minds to, and they did. They wanted that match, and they proved they could do it.
Backed into a corner, trailing 8-1 in the 3rd set. Not only forcing a 4th, but winning the 4th 27-25 and the 5th 16-14. A match where we go back to the miscues. With that last error, Marian 29 errors, Illinois Wesleyan 24. Those 5 points, difference between a sweep and a reverse sweep.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said before, every single point matters in a game, especially when you're going to 5 sets. And 5th set, you don't have the luxury of playing to 25, but also that endurance aspect. Titans certainly have a depth to their bench and a depth to their team. There goes Coach Mueller.
All smiles from the Titans, and we'll be joined by Coach Mueller and a player guest when we come back on IWSports.com.
OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute has been named one of the top hospital systems in the country for heart care. This prestigious award by the American College of Cardiology comes from our commitment to providing the highest quality of care, from general cardiology to complex surgeries and the latest technology. Nationally recognized heart care right here. OSF Healthcare Cardiovascular Institute.
Welcome back to the Shirk Center. The Titans pull off the reverse sweep over Marian. Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, joined by our player of the match, Bryce Williams. And Bryce setting a program record in blocks, a double-double, career high in kills. I could list the accolades on and on from here. But most importantly, a reverse sweep, something that's very hard to do in the game of volleyball. Walk me through this match.
I would say, for the most part, we just kind of started off a little bit rough. We were trying to figure things out a little bit. We've been testing some new lineups, things like that. But I think people started to, especially in that third set, we just came off a loss. Nobody wants to lose twice in a row, especially when we know we could be that team, as you can see. So people started to really pull that energy up high. We had, the bench getting a little bit louder. People on the court trying to direct a little bit better. So I think that was a, huge boost to everything.
You, a sophomore, 10 freshmen, going the distance in an early season collegiate match. How much did this mean to you guys as a team? Getting this match, I don't want to say out of the way because it's a win, but anytime you pull off a reverse sweep early, you know what it feels like heading into conference.
One thing that I guess we kind of learn from this is that we can fight. That's something that a lot of our freshmen bring. Like, they bring that grit, they bring that energy, that fight to the court. And it's really, it's highly appreciated. I appreciate it. As an underclassman myself, being able to be on the court with these also new young players, it just brings a whole new energy.
Speaking of those lineup changes, how did that feel on the court, especially with a couple players out, being injured and absent?
It was a little bit to get used to. We had a few new starts today, so it takes a little bit of time. Like you saw in the third set, we kind of started down, but once we got it flowing, we had that timeout, we kind of talked about it, got it flowing. That was kind of all we needed to start pushing those points.
What was that message in that third set timeout? Down 8-1, down 2 sets, you're backed into a corner. What was the notion in that huddle to come back?
Coach really just said, we're fine. It was still early in the game. There's always room to score. And then after we kind of went on that run, that was really what turned it around, and we were able to kind of turn everything on.
Momentum was a roller coaster through that whole game. What was your guys' strategy for keeping the energy, bringing it up, bringing it down, that kind of thing?
Honestly, our big thing is, even if we lose a point, there's no need to, get down ourselves or just get over it. There's a new point. There's always a chance to score, things like that. So as long as we stay in that mindset, it's actually really easy to get out of those ruts.
Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, along with Bryce Williams. And Bryce, before we let you go, you got a relatively quick turnaround back here again on Thursday. How do you manage the conditioning, especially after a 5-setter like this?
We have a great AT, so people make sure that, ice, heat pack, going to rehab. That's what I do personally. But also just making sure that we stretch, outside of things like that, outside of practice at the end. That's really the biggest thing, making sure that we're eating well too.
From a volleyball standpoint, what's it going to take to keep this rolling and go 2-0 on a 7-game homestand this Thursday?
Honestly, just energy. Making sure everybody's doing their own part. Because even if somebody isn't doing their part, we can have people that cover for them, things like that.
Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, our player of the match, Bryce Williams, will be joined by Coach Mueller when we come back on IWSports.com. Bryce, thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them. Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are...
Post-game at the Shirk Center following a Titan victory in a reverse sweep. Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, and head coach Brandon Mueller, first off, an exhale, second off. Walk me through, to date, your most stressful match of the season.
Yeah, I think it was, a battle. And, I thought those first, 2 sets that we lost, we came out and played some really good volleyball up to about, 18 to 20 points. And then we kind of let it slip away with some, silly plays on our part, whether it was some service errors or just not being able to dig a ball that I think, we're capable of digging, and, just didn't make plays. And I thought we found ways to make plays in those last 3 sets at the end of the game.
What's your strategy? What's going through your head when you're calling those timeouts? What are you telling your players?
Yeah, I think it all depends on the situation, but a lot of times it's just being aware of what the other side may do, especially if we're on defense. If we're on the offensive side, it's just stay aggressive. I mean, we have to play to win. We got to, trust ourselves that we can put the ball away. And I thought at times, especially in the first couple sets, we didn't, especially when the game got tight. And we got to play free and relax. And, you saw a bunch of our guys get some kills when they went after it.
Backs against the wall in the third set, trailing 8-1 after dropping the first 2. What was the message in that timeout resulting in the comeback?
Yeah, I think just 1 point at a time mentality. I think when you're down 8-1, it's you had your hands full, and it wasn't ideal. We switched some things up going into that third set, and it wasn't working out right away. But the guys just battled, and they didn't make anything easy for Marian, and we just crawled back and scraped by and found a way. And sometimes you just have to find a way in these matches, and good things happen. And so our guys stepped up when it mattered, and it was really exciting to see.
Speaking of throwing guys in, what was your strategy changing up the lineup at certain points?
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's feel. It's a lot of times let's see what we got here. I mean, things aren't going the way we want them to go, and maybe some guy can be a spark. And I thought we had a few sparks. I thought, Trey Merrick was a big spark off the bench and made some big plays. And I thought Benzema, playing back row, for our outside was huge. And obviously Gavin and Bryce, found ways to score for us in a lot of ways, especially Gavin, which was cool to see.
Shorthanded, without Ethan Kuzella, without Jake Coogan.
Mm-hmm.
How did the guys step up in their absence, both on the court in terms of volleyball, off the court in terms of energy and leadership?
Yeah, I mean, from the start, I thought we had really good energy, which was really good to see. And when you're down a couple guys that, that play a lot, it's a little bit different, and just the dynamic on the court's a little bit different. They got used to playing with different people, and Coogan's been out there all the time besides this match and one other, and he's definitely somebody that gets our team going with just some defensive plays, and we needed some defensive plays. And I thought Lane and Wilson both did a tremendous job playing today and finding ways to impact the game, and so I believe they'll continue to do that, and I'm excited to see what happens going forward this week.
What was kind of the key factor in the momentum switch going into those last 2 sets?
Yeah, I think we just put pressure on them. I thought from the service line, I thought from our attacking, we just, they were out of system, quite a bit over there. And, we may have missed some serves, but I think it's about, how can we get them out of system? And we did a great job of that, I thought, overall. And so that was the big thing for us, because I thought they were predictable. Our block didn't always work, but I think our back row defense needs a lot of work. But to get 15 blocks is pretty good for us.
You got a quick turnaround. You faced off against Concordia Chicago on Thursday. After a marathon like this, when you have some things to work on, what's the plan of attack tomorrow and on Thursday?
Yeah, I think a focused practice. I think we're not going to, kill the guys, obviously, but we still have to get better and find ways to improve. And so I thought we serve-received fairly well, but that's always a work in progress for us. And so that's going to be a big-time focus as well as serving. And then I think some back row defense are going to be the 3 things that we'll hopefully be better at on Thursday.
Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis, and head coach Brandon Mueller following the reverse sweep victory for the Titans. Coach, thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Alex and I wrap up the program when we come back on IWSports.com.
Berg drives one in the air to center field. This is down for a base hit. The Titans are going to win the ball game. Ethan Berg walks it off, and the Titans storm all the way back with 9 runs in their last 2 innings. They win it tonight 13-12.
A happy day at the Shirk Center for everybody involved. Matt Sossler, Alex Bardenitis here to wrap up the program. And Alex, how could you not be thrilled? A reverse sweep victory for the Illinois Wesleyan Titans. Coach Mueller, who we just spoke with, having a great moment with his family. Always here at the Shirk to support him no matter what, whether a reverse sweep win or if it thought like how it was going to go early with Marian dominating. Always family ties here at the Shirk Center. Before we say goodnight, go over some individual numbers and rest up for Thursday. Your thoughts on an exhilarating match?
I think you can definitely see the change in momentum, especially judging off the first few sets. Titans were kind of down, making mistakes. They were just getting used to a couple players, Ethan Kujella and Jake Coogan, not being there on the court when they normally are. But I think they eventually definitely cleaned that up and were able to push back at Marian, find what works, stay consistent with that, pick up their energy, and that definitely showed for them and able to reverse sweep the Sabres.
Taking a look at some leaders, Gavin Rowling leads the way in kills for the Titans with 17. Bryce Williams, you just heard from, 15. That's a career high for the Chicago native. Trey Merrick coming in clutch with 8. Looking at assists for Illinois Wesleyan, Ryder with 30, DeCasola with 22, and the blocks for Illinois Wesleyan, fantastic, 28 for the Titans on the day. Definitely a recipe for success.
For sure. I think Coach Mueller's strategy, throwing certain players into certain positions. We had Luke Hartke playing outside when he's played right side. We've had Trey Merrick playing right side and a couple other. We got Wilson Spalding and Gavin Rowling in the middle. Definitely the strategies, especially using Cale Whitchurch and Benzema on the serve, definitely worked in advantage for the Titans and for Coach Mueller, and I think that they found their rhythm in that last couple sets.
Going to both Zima and Whitchurch a little earlier than we expected to, but it paid off, helping them claw back in the 3rd set, winning the 4th set, and then closing it out in set number 5. For Marian, Calderon with 19, Wills with 5 kills, Dryfirst with 11. Their leading assist is Trent Gooson. He finished with 33. And if you're Marian, it's a lot left on the court today. They had 5 more errors than the Titans. It just feels like one that got away, leading 8-1 in the 3rd.
Yeah, for sure. I said a lot throughout the match that every single point matters. And I think the Titans realized that, pushed back at Marian. They had quickly adjusted to the things that Marian was throwing at them, blocking. A lot worked out in that last couple sets, especially against Adrian Calderon, one of the biggest offensive threats for the Sabres. And I think that Titans really just pushed back on that, were able to utilize it.
One more time, we'll take a look at the upcoming contests this week for the Titans on the Titan Streaming Network. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock, the Titan men's basketball program hosts Carroll in a pivotal CCIW contest as the green and white, ranked number 3 in the country, try to remain atop the CCIW. Alex and I will be back here on Thursday as the Titans have match number 2 of their 7-match homestand, taking on Concordia Chicago, looking to sweep the Concordias on a Thursday this year after they took down Concordia, Wisconsin a couple of weeks ago. And then on Saturday, it's the volleyball tri-tournament here. Alex will be with Kaylee Unruh for that. I'll be in Elmhurst for the Titan women's basketball return from the bye against the Blue Jays as the Titan women look to improve to 19-0, 10-0 in league play. And then the Titan men taking on former Titan John Baines at the head of the Elmhurst Blue Jays following that from Faginal Hall, just south of O'Hare Airport in Elmhurst. My thanks to everybody at 12 Ounce Sports. Congratulations on your first ever college men's volleyball stream. My thanks to our entire streaming crew as well. Pulling a late night tonight, but it's always worth it when the Titans are able to pull off a reverse sweep. For Katie Gonzalez, Meredith Mahoney, and our entire athletic communications crew, Tyler Wilson, our producer and director this evening, and Alex Bardenitis, I'm Matt Sossler. The Titans improve to 5-1. Marian drops to 5-1 after a reverse sweep win for the green and white. We thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Titan men's volleyball on IWSports.com. We'll chat again on Thursday night.